guys, yeah, is it an absolute beautiful day? Beautiful. It's 56 degrees. Tomorrow's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to go up to 60 today. Tomorrow's going to be 65. And how can you not ride? Oh my, it's just, there's not one cloud in the sky, bright sunshine. Life is good. Life is good. So I'm on my way to just run some errands, going to an auto parts store, hardware store, blah, blah. And you know what the hell? Got to turn the camera on, right? I don't want to go by myself, so I'm going to bring you guys along with me. Yeah, and I'm on the GS. Didn't say that, did I, guys? Haha. And yeah, you know, so I was thinking, you know, you guys see my last videos about performance and, you know, and what I think of the bike. And, you know, I know I showed a bike doing a wheel stand, and you guys didn't get to see that, but that was an older picture, and I didn't have the camera set up, and I don't put a camera on the road and ride by, do wheel stands, and then I just don't do that. I mean, it's just one camera does it all, and that's it. But I was thinking about, you know, different bikes, and, you know, Andy, I see you changed your YouTube channel name, or you have another one, whatever, Andy, but it's all good. You said the KTM. Yeah, I looked at the KTM, and I was at a bike show with the KTM, and this was the older version. It wasn't the newest one. I think it was a 20, and I just didn't like the sitting position. The seat was really hard, and it was upright. It just didn't feel right. It looked cool. I liked the bike, so I think that's why I never went to a KM. But you never know. It could be in my future. But then as I think about it, you know, about, well, you know, all the faster bikes and the GS and everything like that, I guess I really don't need something that's going to be going 150. I mean, this bike goes 130, it gets up to 130 real quick. I just want something that's going to be low maintenance and good accelerating. I don't really have to downshift this thing when I'm passing people. I mean, it always seems to be in the right gear, so I'm pretty happy with this, you know, even though I'm always looking for the next bike, like I always say, my last famous words, looking for the next bike. I'm really happy with the GS. I look at a lot of different bikes all the time. I am on YouTube a lot, and I'm looking at all the different bikes and the bikes I think I might like, and then I just go back to the GS and what it can do and what it has to offer. And I don't know if those other bikes can give me the complete package. Obviously, I know I'm just saying the same thing over and over. It's like a broken record, but you know, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to talk about, and this is, you know, and you know, I tend to change my mind a lot on things, but even though I've had this bike a long time, and I did say it in the let's see, auto parts store is, sorry guys, I've changed my mind a lot, and you know, I'm always going, I want something new, and I get bored, but I would be afraid that with my next bike, and I'd be trading it in right away, because it wouldn't live up to the standards of this bike. Now, I like I said, I'm on YouTube a lot, and you know, if a guy talks about his KTM, it's a great bike, and then people will say, oh yeah, they love the bike too, and then somebody will mention the GS, and then somebody will be, you know, a derogatory remark, oh, the GS is a piece of shit, it's overpriced, it breaks down, it's not reliable. You know, I'm just so tired of hearing that shit. They even say that about the KTM. Any motorcycle that's built by man can have a problem, okay? The GS is not the #1 selling bike in the world, or you know, this type of bike, for a reason. I mean, if it's that undependable and broken down, what, people are all just stupid? So I just take that with a grain of salt. And yes, you can have problems with bikes, and I mean, I understand that. But you know, some people complain about some of the stuff with the Multistrada. I love the Multistrada, but I don't know if, to me, it's worth. I spent, you know, less than 20 grand for this bike. The Multistrada is 28,000. I don't know if I mean, especially the Pikes Peak. I really like the Pikes Peak. I don't know if $8,000 is worth it, and will I just be underwhelmed by it? I won't be underwhelmed by the performance. You know, obviously, the performance is spectacular on that bike, but I don't know. I love the way this bike handles, the way it reacts, the way if we're braking, everything. It just does it all, and it's so comfortable. I don't have to change the seat. Everybody says with the KTM you probably have to change the seat. And I don't know about the heat issue either, so am I going to be disappointed like in the summertime? Man, this KTM is badass, it's fun, it's exciting, but man, does it get hot. I don't know. Some people say yes, some people say no. I haven't really gotten a really straight answer on that about the heat. And this is no issues with the heat in the summertime. Yes, the cylinders stick out, but the only time I feel a little bit of heat is when the fans come on, if I'm sitting at a light. But overall, I've had it 2 summers, and I've never had an issue with the heat. Same with my Speedmaster. Now the difference of the Scrambler, no, that thing got hot. I made it a little bit better, but it got hot. So that wasn't the reason I got rid of it, but that's a whole other story. So yeah, that's what I would be afraid of. So I know what I got with this thing. Yeah, when I get to 100 miles an hour, the other bikes are faster. They'll go by me, but I don't do a lot of that racing. I mean, I do like to go fast, like everybody. You always like to have a little bit more power, but I just don't do it. That's just not my thing. And as far as do it constantly, So once in a while, I don't have any friends that have these type of bikes, so there's no bragging rights saying, oh man, I gotta have a faster bike. I'm just riding by myself all the time, and I need to be. I just need to be satisfied with what I have, and so that's pretty much. I guess that'll sum up my thoughts on this. Is that you know what? I like what I got. I'm gonna wait for the 1300 to come out. I hope I don't eat my words here. I'm gonna wait for the 1300 to come out to see if it offers everything that this bike has, but more. I would hate to see them give up that telelever suspension that really has sold me on an all-around bike. And then we'll see, and then I can see myself trading up, and if it's, if I can get something below 25,000, then I'll do it. If it's going to be a $30,000 bike, I don't know if I'll do that. So, but we'll have to see, and then, so that's it. Yeah, that's it, guys. So as I go to the auto parts store, and then I think I'm going to run to the hardware store. We have our Clayton Police to our left there. I think I'm gonna just go for a little bit longer ride today and cruise around. I guess maybe go back up to the lake again, and maybe plan a trip for this week, because the weather's supposed to be, let's see, 65 tomorrow, 65 the next day, almost 70 on Saturday. So I think it's time to go do something. I really want to do the Blue Ridge Parkway. So that's really, because it's kind of the closest to me for something that's really cool. It's about 4.5 hours away. So basically, I'd like to get a hotel right out there, get a hotel, so I can spend the whole day on the parkway. The Blue Ridge Parkway is like 470 miles, so I'm not going to do it in one day, but I'll just kind of pick the best spots. I think from Asheville up to, I don't really know when. I have to kind of go online and, boys, if anybody's out there that listens to my video and has done the Blue Ridge Parkway, give me a place where I can go and spend, 4 or 5 hours on, I'll stay there overnight and then spend 4 or 5 hours just hitting the parkway, whatever. What's like I just don't want to do the whole thing, in one day. I guess I could spend a couple of days up there, but I just feel like to, kind of meter it out, do it one time and then come back and do it again. So any of you guys out there, that would be great to let me know what's the best place to start, where's a good place to stay and that kind of stuff. It'd be greatly appreciated. So yeah, so that's what I want to do with this bike, because this bike that's what this kind of, I guess any bike's made for it, I was working on the Triumph the other day. I swapped out my handlebars again. I know a couple of people asked about the Triumph and what I did with the handlebars, and the handlebars on the Triumph were a Bitwheel tracker bars. They really didn't fit properly, so I had to customize them, and I never really liked they worked. It's not that I didn't like them. They fit perfectly and everything. It's just that I just had to add spacers and stuff like that, and I always said to myself, I gotta find a bar that bolts right on. Well, I was watching a channel, and this young lady has a Speedmaster, and the beach bars, she wanted to get something different from the beach bars, so because she thought they were too cramped or anything, but she wound up going back to the beach bars, finding out that they were the best. But she said, her dealer said, why don't you try the Triumph T120, because oops, let's see if we make this late. so yeah, so they put the 120 bars on, which are kind of like my tracker, but there's a simple bolt on. Nothing, there's no interference with anything. Everything it's just a simple bolt on. It has all the proper fittings and everything on it at the end, so you can put on your little bar ends and stuff like that. And it even has the holes and everything if you want to put heated grips and all that stuff. So yeah, so she wound up didn't like them because they had too much of a reach. But I thought, hey, this is great. I got to try them. So I just bought them, put them on the other day, put my risers back on because I had some Motoon risers, and really nice factory look. You know, everything's all black now. And I'll take the bike out for a ride. You guys will see it. But so I've been working on that, making it, you know. Now it's just kind of the way I like it. The reach is perfect, everything's perfect. Like the bars. Put the bar end mirrors back on because they fit properly. They fit better on these on a factory bar. So they work out really good. I got them not to hit my hands, and so I like them because they give a better field of view. The other mirrors don't give me, you know, the field of view. I mentioned that. And like I said, I always go back and forth on things, guys. So yeah, so I've been working on that, and because the weather's been, we had a lot of rain. It got really cold. Let's see. Gotta scratch my eyeball, guys. And yeah. Oh, I think I left the screen up, guys. Did I leave the screen up? I'm gonna put the screen down. See if we get a better view. Yeah, and so yeah, we got oh, I always break my train of thought. Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it's been cold. It was cold, and it just, you know, it was just too cold to go out. I just didn't feel like it in the rain and everything like that. And, you know, so. But now with the sun shining, you just get. I mean, look how it's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. I mean, this video will come out really, really good because when it's bright sunshine, it just makes everything just pop. So. Yeah, so another video, and I thought I'd be behind. I thought I'd be making enough videos, but you know, this video will be out, and well, it'll be out right after. I guess 3 days after. Yeah, it's 3 to 4 days after I make a video. I always post another video. So, just trying to think of, you know, I mean, if I went on a trip, that would be really cool, right? Because then I could really show you cool things instead of the same old, you know, the same old landscape and everything like that, and me just rambling on about shit, you know. I mean, I guess I could complain about something. Let's see. Oh, yep, we got a little construction over here. Gotta go slow, no problem. Yeah, remember that's. I'm gonna go to that hardware store on the way back, so hopefully I won't take this road. Yeah, this is where all these new homes are gonna be. Yeah, Del Webb. Guys, let's see, just as we get through the construction, I know we're a little dead silent here, but we can just look at old, you know, it takes 20 guys to pour concrete or asphalt. Well, I guess they're widening the road. Yeah. Before they start building. Yeah. Look at all this crap on the road. They're definitely not taking this back. So we're through the construction. I don't know why I couldn't talk through the construction, but I don't know. Yeah, so back to the GS and performance and all that other stuff. It's yeah, I think this is all the performance I need. I don't really need to be any faster. 130, 150 horsepower is fine. Anywhere between a, you know, 500 and 600 pound bike is fine. I think that's my sweet spot for my capability. I mean, if you can pass it, will. If you can run with guys up to 100, you know, when you're screwing around, it's fine. Not that I do a lot of that, so what's the big deal? So, you know, I need to follow my commenters, all the people that comment and tell me, you know what, you just, you know, kind of be happy with what you got. And I am. I just always like change, you know. I hate being stagnant. I hate, from when I was the littlest boy, my mom moved all the time. We were always moving. You know, 3, 4, 5 years we were moving. We never stayed in the place long. So I'm used to, I like change, that's all. I like new things, so, but I just, sometimes I say to myself, I wish there was something about this bike that really made me unhappy that would give me an excuse to just get rid of it and get something new. But there isn't. There isn't. And I'm still waiting for the naysayer to come on and tell me I'm maybe full of it or something like that, saying, oh, you're just a fanboy and it has problems, you're just not telling people, blah, blah, blah. But nobody's come on, I guess because my channel is not as popular. But, you know, I feel there's nothing. I have, like I said, I mean, that one complaint about the noisy engine, but it hasn't been an issue as far as reliability. It's just noisy, you know. It's just the way it is, you know. Shit, it's no worse than a freaking, if you had a two-stroke motorcycle, you want to talk about noise. You know, when you're riding, you don't hear it, and it's totally smooth, and it's totally, you know, lots of reviews always say that the bike is smooth. Now I'm at 2,000 RPM in second gear, and no problem with it. The fueling is just, I can put it in third, right, with 2,000. Totally smooth, fueling, no bucking, no nothing. You know, that's from 24 miles an hour and 2,000 RPM, you know. So, the bike is not giving me any reason to get rid of it. And so, I guess it's telling me, Ken, you have to keep me as long as you can. So, we'll just have to keep it. I want to make a change to it, though. I wish I could do something. What else could I do to the bike? How you doing?
How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Can't pass up a good day.
No.
Sorry, folks. As you can see, well, yeah, as you can hear, it went dead for a split second as I pulled the cord out of my mic. I didn't even realize it. So this gentleman walked up. We started talking, and I liked all kinds of bikes, and you know, I thought his bike was cool, but he wasn't too impressed with the GS, and said, he said it was, boy, that can't be that comfortable. I said, no, it's super comfy. Super comfy? It's super comfy. And he just said, no way, that seat it looks terrible. You got to be on a bike like this. You got to be on a bike like mine. So I figured this is a no-win deal here. So all I did was just compliment him on his bike and just say he's got the coolest thing since sliced bread. And but the other gentleman came over and looked at the bike, and he loved it, and he was like, you know, wow. But I don't think this guy in the Harley really knew what this bike was, and well, there it is. So, you know, short clip of me, I pulled out. I wish you guys could have heard him, but I pulled out the damn mic, you know. But whatever. So we'll get back on and talk some more.
All right, guys. Just went into the auto parts store, and as you can see, when I was getting off the bike, that gentleman with his Harley Davidson was telling me my bike is uncomfortable for long rides. You could only last a short time on a seat like that, but obviously he doesn't know anything about this bike. He says, oh, I guess he thinks definitely an old timer. I like this Harley. I got nothing but compliment for it, but he's just trying to tell me that I don't have a comfortable bike. But you know, I'm a polite guy. I don't want to argue with them. Just tell them that you got a beautiful bike. I love your bike. Love the way the Harley sound. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And yeah. So now we're off to the whatchamacallit, the hardware store. And I think we're gonna get off and get this thing in gear. Yeah, a nice clear road. Nice clear road. Huh. Yeah, so he wasn't too wasn't believing me. So you know what the best thing to do is, when I just get off my bike as a subject, because I tried telling him about the bike, but the gentleman next to me who's getting in a car loved my bike, but this guy was, it wasn't happening. So yeah, so the best thing to do is just compliment on his bike, which, yeah, I thought his bike was pretty cool. So that's what I did. Just compliment, compliment, compliment. What road is this? I'm looking for the hardware store. I did this before and I missed it. Yep, I missed it. Son of a beach. I always do it. It's right here, the hardware store. Anyway, we'll just make a U-turn again. Go through this all over again. Yeah, so, yeah, he wasn't, the gentleman was, talked about everything about his bike, which is pretty cool, which is good. You know, I like to hear stuff what he's done to it. And it's an older Harley 1200, last carbureted Sportster. So he said it was a Sportster. He said, you should get yourself a Sportster. You have the bike. I said, yeah, sounds good. I'll look at it. I'll look into that. So best thing you can do when somebody's not gonna really give you the time of day is just to compliment them, and that's what I did. Compliment. Alright guys, so I guess that's it for now. I'm going to stop at, like I said, I'm going to stop to the hardware store, pick up some more stuff, and I'll have another video later or something. Maybe I'm going to ride today all over the place, so maybe I'll do something else, have something else coming up, whatever. But alright guys.